right, we are going live, or as DBZ would say, going Super Saiyan. Oh, oh boy, good old DBZ. We'll get signed in here myself. So, my assistant, what's going on, Claire? Oops. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Wrong one. Okay, make like turn the volume down. It's on. Oh, yep. Not for you guys in the live. Coming for us, so it won't be like an echo over here. Yeah. Are you talking about the Merlin? Are you referring to the Merlin one? I think I heard him mention something about they blocked him. If that is that the one you're talking about? Yeah, here we are. Okay, now I'm in. Yep, there we go. And turn it down today to echo. All right, get it adjusted. Here we are. Okay. Yeah. Bingo. Yeah, and then funny thing, he told me Wednesday. I asked him, how do you know what movies that are okay to rip on and live stream? And he said there's really no way of knowing that. You just take a chance, just do it and hope you don't get blocked. So now it's ironic. I get blocked during Super Size Me, and now it happens to him. And he's doing a movie way older than Super Size Me. Wow. YouTube is very mysterious there. Very mysterious. And put on my next hat. My next hat, which will match well with what I'm about to read here. Oh yeah, weird yet normal day. Yep, we're done. I still do remember that we got absolutely normal chaos, but I'll probably be coming back to that in November because this and also why do we have? Or are you talking about? Well, if you're referring to this, reason why because I know it's still like the last week of September, but I figured I'd get an early start on Halloween with this book and another. And wait, before you freak out, like with paranormal, this is not going to give you nightmares. Don't worry. This is a safe Halloween read. Very safe.
So safe even the kids can read it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, it's almost like watered down Goosebumps there. Yeah, because that series got a little scary at times there, especially haunted masks and stuff like that. Yep. Also, one thing I want to make note of before we start reading and do the voice suggestions and all that. Why did I have to wait till 8:30? Because I got off of work at 5 o'clock this evening, and originally I was gonna have it at 8. But then Wednesday, I heard, that Barbara was doing a second live at 7, and he mentioned he was off work in order to do that. So I was like, okay, I really want, him to be able to get in. So I figured, if I moved it a little later, he would have a chance of getting in here, even if it was a little late. He would have a chance to, have a chance to have the king in the Kings live. 2 kings, yeah. So that was why, yeah. Normally I would not be this late. Work and yeah, pretty much that, yeah. Work schedule gets kind of crazy. Yep. But what I was about to say is to give a shout out to you, Claire, for offering your help in with movie suggestions and everything. We're definitely I'm still I put it this way. Next week, we still got the Angry Game Nerd movie reaction planned at some point once we get it in the mail. I'm gonna put in order for the gun safety video. That's gonna be ripped. Oh yeah. Say, oh, just hold your gun like it was, like you want to get to know it and everything. Like it's your favorite ice, actually your favorite ice cream and everything. Yeah, we're gonna be ripping on that big time. However, though, brownie reactions will be coming back. They won't be live, but they will be good because they're going to be a lot of the ones starting off with a lot of your requests, Claire, which I thank you for. And as for everybody else, make sure y'all also throw suggestions as well. That way we can know exactly how to cater to you guys to keep y'all coming back. Yep. And like I say, definitely thanks to Claire because I feel like you really know the audience out here.
I know she does.
Wait, she too. Oh, you want that on your birthday? Okay. Um, and I know you also mentioned the 2003 Peter Pan. So I guess that'd be a double treat. Yes, Brownie will do. I guess that'll be Brownie's gift to you, Peter Pan, and my gift to you will be the Angry Game Nerd. So, now as far as when it's going to be, I will have that announced, but it will be close to your birthday. It just all depends on my work schedule or our work schedule. Yeah, so, but it will be close around your birthday for both of them. So, yeah. Maybe even possibly on the 5th, but it will be closer right now, you know. And they will be good. Angry Game Nerd and Peter Pan. Oh, yeah. All right, so that we got those little announcements out of the way. Guess nothing else. Let's get to some reading and let's get some voice suggestions in there. So send this to yeah, true, but Brownie can react to it and get by the copyright. Like I say, because Brownie doesn't do the live stream. Mostly with me. So since he doesn't do the live streaming and it's edited, he can get around that. Matter of fact, I kind of got planned for him to do the whole Descendants trilogy because of I want to take a look at Mal of those trilogies for a special character. Yeah, because she's right into the car.
She loves fire. Mal loves fire.
Well, her mother does turn into a dragon, so that does kind of make sense. And then I would imagine she would rip. And then, not to mention, Hades was supposed to be her daddy, so. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bang. Hey, you know what I'm saying? If only he was the one from the original Hercules. All right, so, all right, let's get started here. I'm gonna go straight to. I guess I could read the introduction here. Mm-hmm. Da-da-da. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I definitely will let you know when we get ready to get to the Descendants movies. There. Yeah. Like I said, I know Angry Game Nerd and Peter Pan, and probably feel but we definitely will let you know when the Descendants movie. Matter of fact, that's what we're focusing on. So, all right. So, who we start with?
How about Shadow Carver as Batman?
Okay. All right. Oh, one other thing before we start. What we're reading here, Mysterious Adventures of Reality Imagination. We're getting on the page 1. No, I talked kind of fast there, but this was I actually wrote this in 2015. This started in 2011. There was a thing of books I wrote before I started comic writing or even had Photoshop. And since I didn't have Photoshop, I used colored pencils in Microsoft Word. So that's why it looks that way. It's not too bad, but after seeing what Photoshop can do, I'm never going back to that. So, like I say, it's not completely terrible, but trust me, Photoshop made it a lot better. I've had people tell me that, so and I see it myself here, especially when you compare them. Yep, and this is kind of what Brown Chronicles was based on a little bit. References from here. All right, so Seto Kaiba as Batman. Isn't he already Batman? Okay, okay. Let me do Seto as Batman, then I can get Mal because he's Seto Kaiba. That basically gives him the right to go first whenever he wants. The Mysterious Adventures of Reality Imagination series is a redo of King Gabe's World series in order to exist in the same universe as Heroes of Dream, which was another book series that started in 2011. However, this began 10 years before those events. A group of children with an extremely active imagination began not only to create their own adventures, but experience some unexpected adventures in the real world. With these adventures, while these adventures are exciting and thrilling, they are also dangerous and sometimes, well, unexplainable. But regardless, these kids are going to take them head on with a little help from the others as well. Before you read the opening adventure, let us introduce you to them. Mr. Kaiba, you are not Batman. Could you please dress normally? Shut up, Roland. I am Batman. Now give me my lightsaber. If there was a fan fiction I don't know if it's still up, but there was a fan fiction a long time ago of Seto as Batman, and they told him to dress in his regular clothes, but he brought a lightsaber with him to go face the Joker, who, for some reason in the fan fiction, was Taya. I don't. They could have any of all the Yu-Gi-Oh villains they could have put for Joker in this role play or fan fiction. Why in the world would you put Taya? That makes no sense. Okay, so your version, the sinister version of Mal. Okay, let me get into it. Let me get into character. This. Give me just I gotta test that real quick. They say I'm bad. They say I'm trouble. First, there's Gabriel. There's Johnson, Gabriel Douglas, who is in no way the same as Gabriel Johnson. There are two different people. But most people call him Gabe. Fiery, isn't it? And he's an 11-year-old boy going into the 6th grade, way too young for me, at Falcon Wing Middle and High School, with two, and that's the picture of Johnson Gabriel Douglas. What a nerd. But yet, his friends, Sakura and Chu and Zayden Walker, most people call him Zay. And they're the same age and grade level as he, and the trio is accompanied by Gabe's 15-year-old 10th grader Uncle Tyrone Douglas. Most people call him Ty, who attends Falcon Wing Middle and High School. Now let this adventure begin.
If only you have actual fire.
Oh, yes. You were so right. Because I would definitely burn those who piss me off. I'm wicked. Oh, yeah. It's not bad if I say so myself. Okay. Chapter 1, the evening before. Oh, by the way, that's with Sakura, Zayden, and Tyrone. And then, of course, Tyrone and Johnson Gabriel Douglas dressed up for the game. Looking cool. Like cool nerds. Okay, so what you got?
How about Shrek as Elvis?
Oh my god. Okay, let's see. Elvis. Oh, boy, how many times are they going to bring him back? Well, that evening before this lucky day, Ty and Zay came over to Gabe's house to play a virtual reality game with him called Magical Journey. Once they were all uploaded into the game, they had to choose their weapons and who would take role as the leader. But Ty, who was the leader, wielding a very sharp sword, and Gabe, who was second in command, had a sword as well. Well, of course, the commanders would have a sword. If he, and Sakura had bow and arrows, and Zay, he refused to take a weapon because he felt that his fists were all he needed. The group had magical powers such as fire, ice, lightning, thunder, and healing melody. Shibba-dabba-dabba-boo. A-dooba-dooba, a-dooba-dooba, a-dooba-ba-ba, bibbidi-hop. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll be here till Thursday. Try the meal.
She has a show just called Ellen DeGeneres being a disgraced woman. I think she's a talk show host.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Okay.
The short hair lady.
Okay. Hadn't heard of much. I'm gonna see if I can wing it. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can wing it. Okay. All right, everyone. The plot of the game was that a magical war is going on between the Majoran army and the Z Shadows. Ty, Gabe, Sakura, and Zay arrive on the ship in the North City.
She had a lot of scandals this year.
Yeah, I hadn't really seen the details, but I have heard of them there. I have heard the YouTube channel Double Toasted, I think, had something on that. I never did get to watch it, but I did see it.
I think I heard that she disrespects her employees, and her employees call her show a hostile work environment.
Oh boy, well,
especially for African Americans who work for them.
Oh dear, well, that's. Well, I guess we better go back in time and do the what we see on TV then. Because on Viv, when they had all this stuff behind her and Fresh Prince, but we never knew about it there. And always toxic. Yeah. Like you just heard her say, yeah.
I think her show been on when I was in high school, 2003. That's a long time. With these scandals going on, she should be canceled. Yeah.
Probably weird for you.
She needs to be canceled.
All right, but baby, I wasn't finished yet. Now let me finish reading. Finish reading. Mm-hmm. And those reports of me are not true. That's fake news. Fake news, just like. So they had to go find the tower where the leader of the Z Shuttle Soldier Squad, Uncle Ty, started Gabe. It's Commander Ty here, said Ty. My bad. And he started again. Commander Ty, what is our plan of attack? Yeah, because I'm ready to kick some Z Shadow tails, exclaimed Zay. Yours are going to be the first one to get kicked for not choosing a weapon, said Sakura. It would not, said Zay. Would do, said Sakura. Would not, would do, would not, would do, would not. Boy, they're so childish. Oh, now who's our next guest out here? Come on out here, Will Smith. Hey! I love your movie.
Speaking of Will Smith, how about Will Smith as Captain America?
Too easy. Isn't he already? He should have got that role.
Even though Chris Evans said no free times to Marvel,
that would have.
They could have just took his answer. Saying no. They could have took his answer.
Now I'm not saying Chris Evans didn't do he did a good Captain America, but it's surprising that if he said no, that they didn't immediately go to Will Smith. Let's see what happens if he did get accepted. Ty and Gabe groaned as Zay and Sakura went back and forth with each other. Then eventually Zay tried to switch it around. Would do, he said. Hopefully Sakura would say not. Well, you just admitted it, sang Sakura. That you just admitted it that you get the tailgate. All right, if you guys are done, we'd like to discuss the plan of attack, said Ty. Everyone gathered around Ty as he took out the map and explained. Okay, as tempting as it would be to take on the Z Shadow army, we have to focus on the mission. Now, according to the map, here we should only be a couple of hours away from the leader's tower by foot. So, in order to save the most of our strength for the leader, we'll go in the areas marked in blue on the map. Those areas are less guarded and won't take much to defeat them. Avengers, assemble!
How about Donkey as Michael Jackson?
Considering that Eddie Murphy actually did a Michael Jackson impersonation. Wait. Let's see, your version of Mal and Ben. Oh, like in the second movie almost.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Let's see. Oh boy. And how ironic, I'm here at Zay and Sakura having an argument right now. Mm-hmm. That sounds pretty lame, says Zay. Well, it's typical that you would think with your fist instead of your head, says Sakura. Would you just zip it? Says Zay. Make me, says Sakura. Knock it off, both of you, demanded Gabe. Well, she started it, says Zay. Well, it's time that we end it so we can focus on finishing the Z Shadow leader, said Ty. Now let's go. I can't do this, Ben. I'm not one of those pretty pink princesses. This is fake. I'm like, fake. No, please don't. No, I don't want to. No. Peanut butter and jelly is my favorite. And I went on beast on her. I think that speaks for itself. Oh boy. Okay, so you
Donkey as Michael Jackson.
Oh boy. Would just say I would. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that's right, because Mal was a lot more the darker Mal. Oh
Yeah.
boy. Oh boy. Or either probably just tell they tell him to get lost or something. Let's see. Okay, so my you know, boy, Michael Jackson, they could just love him. On that note, when the group went into the city and they were defending one or two of these shadow soldiers one at a time, defeating them, with their weapons and their combat abilities. But it wasn't long until the word of their victories got out, and suddenly they found themselves facing off against 100 Z Shadow soldiers, and they were much more armed than the previous ones from before. It's magic time, team, said Ty. The soldiers charged at Ty, and the others, as Ty quickly placed his left hand on his forehead to concentrate. Is it all right if I come down there and sing for you? and then if you don't let him sing, he'll cry all over you. And then there's a little picture of Sakura and Zayden arguing. Gabe Johnson and Tyrone are like, ugh. And now they're about ready to go into battle. Sort of, the way their attacks are sort of referencing Final Fantasy. And then also, since you mentioned about Eddie Murphy, Michael Jackson, and never is special. I love to love. Tino, give me some tissue. Jermaine, please stop teasing me. Stop. Oh boy.
How about Garfield as Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory? Garfield the cat.
So Garfield is now as as a cat genius now.
Yeah.
Okay,
I just thought that I ran.
a few seconds later, he shouted, "Fire defense!" And then the wall of fire appeared, blocking the Z Shadow soldiers. You have to do better than that, you murderer vermins! And said one of the Z Shadow soldiers! And then he held his hand toward the fire, which started to form dark energy around it. Shadow butter! Then he shouted as the dark energy quickly forming a hole in the fire. My turn, said Gabe. No, wait, I'll handle this, said Zay, jumping in front of Gabe. And then he batted he batted up his hands into a fist, and then held them up and concentrated, saying, a few seconds later, he shouted, Glacial Spear Smash! Odie, get the ball into me! Some of the other Yeah, that's the fire blocking the Z shadows. You just see their eyes in the fire. And of course, Tyrone's hand burning through it with the dark burner. And Zayden preparing to do his Glacier Spear Smash. Yep. Already seeing now why I made the switch to Photoshop years later when I finally got it. Yep.
How about Jamie Foxx as Iron Man?
Because of my little meme.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's see. Before that, Audrey being the damn.
Oh, it's take place in the 1930s.
Well, actually, that makes sense because of that's kind of when all the Disney movies like Snow White and all that took place.
Yeah,
because there wasn't no technology in any of those Disney movies. So I mean, why in the world would they all of a sudden warp these characters to the modern era like this? What kind of magic did beasts have?
maybe superior magic.
It raises so many questions.
What's next? He got his powers from the quantum realm.
I don't know. I don't know what Disney thinks there. For all we know, Disney might have had beasts travel through time.
Yeah. What's that? He's gonna get the Infinity Stones too.
Oh boy. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, that's right. So, then a glacier, shaped like a spear, started rapidly forming in midair. Oh, wait. Oh, that's right. Audrey. I forgot. Audrey. It's like a product of that. Okay, I'm going to do Audrey for the Iron Man thing. Okay. Oh, boy. Let's see. Then the glacier, shaped like a spear, started rapidly forming in midair over the Z Shadow soldiers. However, at the same time, the dark energy had disintegrated all the fire, and the Z soldiers creating the energy fired in the form of a beam of black fire at Zay, and the impact just knocked Zay back a couple of feet onto the ground and severely burning his hands and caused him to lose his concentration, making the glacier fly toward Gabe. Help! Somebody help me! Gabe drew his sword and held it to the sky and concentrated, causing the storm to appear in the sky. And then he shouted, Blaze of lightning! At that, lightning bolts fired out of the clouds, and Gabe's sword absorbed them. And at the last minute, Gabe jumped up with his sword, slashed the glacier into pieces on the ground, and quickly swung the sword, firing lightning bolts at the Z Shadow soldiers, shocking 20 of them in one swing, and shocked the soldiers, causing them to collapse and vanish. And he swung it again, doing the same thing to 30 more. You are really sending the women back like 50 years, Audrey. Oh, toughen up already. And then, of course, that's Zayden in trouble. I guess that's the way Audrey would be if she was in danger. Huh? I guess. And of course, Johnson with his sword to break the glacier and use it as an attack against the soldiers there. Boy. And then, of course, Iron Man as Jamie Foxx as Iron Man. Hey, quit hogging all the fun, Gabe, said Sakura, pulling out her bow and arrow. She aimed at the remaining Z soldiers that were starting to flee from the area, but Tai stopped them with another firewall. As Sakura concentrated, the pieces of ice rose from the ground and formed into ice arrows. After that, she shouted, "Blizzard archery shower!" As soon as she fired her arrow from her bow, the ice arrows lunged with it. Arrows hit all the remaining Z soldiers, turning them into frozen statues as they after that they vanished. And I gotta tell you, I don't really play well with others. Because I'm what? Wallaboom? Self-absorbed? Don't take the suit and the armor away and what are you then? I don't know. Genius? Billionaire playboy? Neanderthus? you all this so tiny and fitty. Yeah, for some reason Thor was in a slanted shot when they got to him. I don't know if that was done on purpose, but it was kind of funny.
Remind me of Adam West Batman.
Yeah, that was, every time in The Simpsons he'd be like that.
Oh yeah.
What we got next, Boo?
How about Shaq as the Black Panther? Shaq as Black Panther.
I'm sorry, Chadwick Boseman.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
oh,
Oh, come on, I can't be that bad now.
forgive me.
Just give me a chance. I try my best. Okay. What we're reading? Oh, that's a victory, said Ty. Gabe landed back on the ground in front of Ty and said, "You got that right." And then Gabe and Ty, they high-fived each other. Sakura walked to Zay, who was getting back up and blowing his hands to soothe the burn. So Zay, I guess we were both right about you being the first to get your tail kicked, she said. He just got lucky, said Zay, trying to act tough and all that, like the guys supposed to do. We're all tough guys. And trust me, next time I'm gonna show him a thing or two. Zayden tried to show off the fight move, but when he did, his punches made him burn and groan in pain. And then Sakura concentrated, causing her hands to glow light blue. And when she grabbed Zay's fists, she said, "Winter healing." And then Zay's hands turned like a light blue. Sakura had icicles forming on, but he jerked his hands back, screaming in pain. But a few seconds later, his hands went back to normal as the ice melted. "You're welcome," said Sakura. "This is an example of sometimes stuff happens. Wakanda forever." So did I do it right? No. Yeah, you did okay. Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, I hope I get the ball. I'm really hungry, by the way. Good burger. So now you got this picture here. This Ty and Johnson shaking hands. And Sakura is about to come over here and heal Zayden's hands. A little cold for him, but they did do the job now. Let's see. Is like damsel Audrey. So now they're face painting for Marvel. So Audrey's trying to be the new Black Panther.
Oh, you a female version.
Oh my god, this is gonna. Okay, I guess you're gonna try to put some. I guess you're gonna try to put some soul in her, like she's from New Orleans. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, yeah, sure. Says they, a little exhausted. All right, team, we better continue moving before the Z Shadow soldiers come. And said Ty, then the city be. And please, okay, I guess it's gonna fail. Okay, here we go. And then the city began to work like crazy, causing a giant portal to form and sent everyone to the center of North City at the clock tower near an extremely large fountain, pouring water that could actually hide an entire army behind it. Everyone got up recovering from the dizziness, and they encountered in the portal. And where are we? Asking, well, oh no, no, help, help! Wakanda forever! Help! Oh my god! Now you just made the first Black Panther turn his grave, Audrey. Oh boy, not a good day for Audrey today. You just you just pushed the women back 50 more years, and that's saying something. How? Why you do that, Mal? Why you burn me like that? You want me to do it again? Okay, okay. I'm sorry.
It wouldn't surprise me if she pushed them back to the biblical days where women don't have a voice.
Majority of the time, yeah.
Yeah.
Good boy.
How about Tracy Morgan as Killmonger?
Oh boy, let's see. Okay. Todd checked the map and said, looks like our victory has sent us in the center of the city. We should be 10-minute walk away from the leader's tower. Then let's go and show that leader who the real boss is, shouted Zay. We charge! Zay ran out into the streets, but the others tried to stop him, but it was too late. And then he already had run smack into 5Z Shadow soldiers. Two of them soldiers picked up Zay and threw him into the fountain. Then they spotted Ty, Gabe, and Sakura and snapped the fingers, making 50 more soldiers surround them from each side. And suddenly, a roar echoed through the city, and everyone looked around and saw a big tidal wave coming and it washed the soldiers away, sending Ty, Gabe, and Sakura into the woods outside the tower of the Z Shadow's leaders. And then the blue sea dragon appeared over them. And they looked up and posed for battle. Stand down, mighty warriors of the dragon. I'm here to assist you in the battle against the Z Shadow leader. My name is Tyragon. Oh yeah, that's way. And where were you, Wakanda, when we were facing all the oppression that we've been going through and everything, all them years, we tried to get our rights and everything, that they took away from us. Where were you at? Over here, too busy guarding your vibranium. Well, I'm gonna do something about this. Okay? I'm gonna be the next Black Panther. Oh boy. And then there's the clock tower right here, along with the waterfall kind of best that I could color. I tried to do like faded colors with the color pencils there. Then you got Tyragon the dragon. And down there's a little bracelet that he's going to form on Sakura. And we're about to get to.
How about Yami as Superman?
Oh, sorry. That voice kind of matches. That voice would kind of match that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tyragon, said Ty. Have you seen our comrade Zay? He was captured by the Z Shadow soldiers at the fountain, said Tyragon. My tidal wave didn't save him in time, but I sense that he's in the tower. Great. Now we got to free him and defeat the leader, said Sakura. I can't believe this. Then Tyragon turned into a bracelet and attached to Sakura's arm. After that, he said, I can guide you to your comrade. Okay, but since he's not in the way, let's defeat the leader first and then get him, said Sakura. But you have to rescue him before reaching the leader, said Tyragon. The four of you must master your teamwork together in order to use my power against the leader. You know, that whole we must all believe in the heart of the cards. Now, if you'll excuse me, this sounds like a job for Superman. Now making. Boy, Mal really is being rotten to the core right now. If she gonna make him do Bayformers, that's evil, Mal. Oh, wait, I guess that's the whole point. That's all I would play. Oh boy. Okay. Start back. Okay. There's like no way I'm going to work with that klutz, says Sakura. If you want to complete this quest, then we'll have to, said Tai. He may be quick to attack without proper strategy, but he'll come through in the end, said Gabe. Sakura groaned and kicked a small rock nearby and said, Fine, but if he messes this up, I'm going to kick him and the leader's tail together. And with that said, the team went into the woods quickly, and once they arrived at the entrance doors, they were blasted open with fire. 10 Z Shadow soldiers came flying out and collapsed on the ground as Zay stepped out. And the soldiers vanished. Mal! Why? I did the best I could! I hated it. It's the worst Megan Fox I've ever seen. Now that really is rotten to the core, no pun intended. Oh boy.
How about Sluffy when he's on a date with a lovely lady? Sluffy the pillow on a date.
So he probably would have to be carried throughout that whole day.
Yes.
Well, again, maybe that would be the best thing for him.
And maybe when they get home, maybe the lovely lady will sleep on top of him. Put her head on him. To sleep.
He'd want that. Okay. I thought you were captured, said Sakura. I was so sad. Oh, you're pretty. But that fountain I fell in before my capture had a secret escape. Goodbye, should I learn from a cheat card and from the game online? Nice one, buddy. Okay. Are there any more soldiers in there next time? Oh, it's all clear, says they. All we have to do is go straight down the hall to the elevator, and the leader is on the top floor. Well, great. Let's move then. And everyone went into the hall and up into the elevator. As they went up, they bragged to Sakura. Didn't I tell you that I would show them a thing or two for that lucky shot? Now who's tough now, Miss Choo Choo? Choo 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 Choo. Oh, you like being called Choo Choo? Just lay your head on me. I'll be real comfortable. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. I like this. It's oh yeah, it's her story. Oh yeah, it sort of reminds me of Audrey going in the water in the third movie when you said her going in there, but instead it's Mal pushing her down there. And yeah, in a way, yeah, Audrey does kind of exhibit that. Hang on one second there. All right, that's better. All right, so okay, yeah, we had Super on a day. Yes, every movie's got to have those damn scenes.
Yeah.
Most certainly.
How about sad squid?
Oh, why? Oh, Sakura smacks. Oh, Sakura smacks Zay on the head and said, "Put a sock in it. I warned you about calling me that. And don't you get so boastful over your little shortcut. That's your only way of winning any video game. I doubt you have a cheat code for the leader. I might, but I'll show my true skills on the leader. Oh, we should all focus our true skills and teamwork to properly use Tyra God's power to tie. So stop the bickering and let's work together. Because I really expect better from you people. Don't, and I guess maybe I'm the loser for that too. Don't bother showing up tomorrow. I'll tell them you all died.
Yeah.
Thanks for nothing. Before I go. Okay, wait a second. Okay. Now as sweet. Oh, hail Sweetler. Oh, Lord. This guy. Oh, boy. So Mal has to be Sweetler now.
Oh.
Pretty much cute Hitler. Well, this is a very odd request, so let me see if I can do it. So Jaden, Sakura and Jake took a long, serious stare at each other. Eventually, they shook hands and said to each other, "Okay." At this moment, the elevator arrived in the roof of the tower. Everyone exited. The elevator was face to face with the sea shadow leader himself. See, that's what he looked like. Ain't all that much to it. Okay, you saw it. Bye-bye. Prepare to meet your doom. You spying Mandarin scum, said the leader. And then he changed into a monster with purple skin and a long woodpecker beak, looking like Woody Woodpecker or something. And loaded with sharp teeth and wings and goat horns and red eyes, two long arms with big hands and tipped with the orange claws at the end of the body with a giant yellow bee element and stinger. Call me Cheerio. It's fight time this time. And apparently now Sweetler is a monster. Sweetler!
Wow. Wow.
Oh boy. Oh my god, I was only kidding about that. What have I done? Okay, then help! I'm being kidnapped. And you just sit there and back up even more. Way back more. Help, Sweeter! You just sit them back even more. Help, Sweeter! Oh boy. Oh. I apologize to anybody on the playback as a headphone user.
Yeah.
Because I may have possibly broken ear. or possibly disturb somebody's neighbor. And, oh boy. Oh wait! Oh, we got to have those. As my Gabe say, but we got to have them. Just like those TV channels I want. All right. Let's see you later, there, Claire.
Good night, Claire.
Glad you was able to come there. At least we got a good hour with you there.
Yeah. Well, actually, the live is 50 minutes.
Well, close to it there. Oh, hey, no problem there. Right? Let's see, okay, we still got. Okay, we're gonna go on. Oh yeah, still got this chapter to bed, but yeah, we'll definitely see you later there, Claire. Yeah, maybe Bombshell might pop up before we finish that. Let's see, I think it's the laptop, you, and my phone. That's the three. Okay, so all right. So who's next?
I have John Arbuckle with a Jamaican accent.
Oh my God. I've done him Spanish. Let's see. Oh my God, Jamaican. Let's see. So everyone been to the bathroom. So everyone went in the bathroom. I get the radio using the weapon to combat the tactics combined with the magical abilities. Oh, however, radio was not easily taken down. Eventually, he opened up his beak to fire the most devastating attack. Cyclone Oblivion! Then, firing away tornado after below, then the group flying in the sky. Sakura concentrated best as she could, aiming a bow and arrow at the center of the tornado, and the storm cloud formed. Sky, everyone over, as Sakura shouted, "Lightning arrow, your mind!" And that's how I see you today, you know, Alpaca. Oh, Odie, I think Odie, I've been mailing normal to Abu Dhabi all this time. I think we might go to Abu Dhabi right now. Yeah, for anybody in the playback, I showed that already. Now, I will admit some of the pictures with the colored pencils do have some pretty good details on them. Like I say, even though it's not as great as Photoshop, there are some, depending on the picture, that like how that arrow looks there. Yeah, but then how I was able to get the color around the bow and stuff, make it glow in that there. So, yep. It all depends on the picture and how well you do it there. Huh? Reebok. So what do I have next, Paul?
How about Silverbolt as Thomas the Tank Engine?
Well, for a second, I almost thought you made him narrating it. Oh boy, let's see. Once she fired her arrow down. Once she fired her arrow down at the twister, bolts of lightning went down the twister with it, and with the arrow and lightning went in J. Rio's mouth, shocking and choking him, said the person reading. And then the twister ceased and parachutes appeared. Gabe, Zay, and Tai each got one and activated them. But Sakura faded and started falling toward J. Rio. Sakura! Everyone shouted. I humbly, excuse me, I am humbly sorry for that. I'll get her, said Zay. Without thinking, he quickly took off his shoes and skydived at the Sakura. Gabe and Dai started to assist Zay, but J-Rio hacked up a surge of lightning, which caused them to go crashing into the ground. Zay caught Sakura and fired a rope around J-Rio's feet and swung them toward the ground by Gabe and Ty, laid Sakura down beside them. Yes. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. So now that's the reaction of Sheryo after the arrow of lightning goes into his mouth, giving him quite a shock. And of course, it backfired a little bit with Ty and Gabe. And we have Zayden swooping in to save Sakura. Yep. Oh, hey. We got to finish up the chapter there.
How about Mr. Krabs has the Joker?
So Mr. Krabs is going that insane.
Yeah.
After that, he made 3 cards appear, labeled Unicorn Revival. And in a flash of light, the fallen teammates rose up with energy. Are you guys alright? Say, we are now the time. Thanks, buddy. Sakura blushed and paused a little. Thank you, Zay. You're welcome, and don't worry about it. The Unicorn Revival cards are part of the game. No cheat code required. Now all of you will pay, shouted Sario. It's time to end this. Jerry will begin to charge up with Cyclone Oblivion attack. And Ty, Gabe, and Satan place their hands on the bracelet of Sakura's arm and concentrate until Tyragon appeared. Finally, with one tidal wave, Sario was reverted back to his human form and vanished. Victory music played and everyone jumped in joy. And then they logged out and returned to Gabe's house. But they got ready for the next day. However, unknown to them, the Sea Shadows rebelled their revenge and would make their next day a weird and normal day on SpongeBob. That's quite a. So I had to do a pirate laugh, like the Joker laugh. Mark, that would be Mark Hamill if he was a pirate. Oh my god! Oh my god!
That's the longest chapter 1 I ever heard.
And bro, may not be the. It might not be the last, depending on what book we run across next.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna do one more, and just to see if he'll show up there.
One more chapter?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, chapter 2?
Yeah, I'll do that there. Be a bit of a cliffhanger after that there. So leave us on a cliffhanger after the second chapter. Chapter 2, today begins.
How about Sam Elliott as fan news? Yeah.
So Thanos ain't. I have a hard time understanding Thanos there. Gabe was home back that morning to spend the day with his grandparents, and Marty and Gloria Douglas, who we call Big Papa and Granny. Then he had his video game system, with the game Magic Journey, Checker, Chess, Dominoes. He even had a toy stretch spider. With all that, Gabe was ready to go. And once he got there, Big Papa was looking at a soap opera on television while waiting on Granny. Back her car out so that they could go to the supermarket. Gabe sat down with Big Papa and started playing around with his video camera. And held it upside down, played to himself while he started recording. And you press the record button, and then you was over the record button is right here now. I can't understand what you're saying. I'm really sorry. I can't hear what you're saying. I can't understand you. Boy, if you can't understand that, try understanding Christian Bale Batman sound like he got marbles in his mouth.
Okay, how about Martin Lawrence as Ultron?
Martin Lawrence is going to be an android now. Oh God! I thought was like, what? What? And hello, said Gabe. I at Granny and Rick Popper's house, hanging upside down. You like to hang upside down, don't you? Big Bubba. Gabe turned the camera on Big Bubba and said, yelling you down. You look like a clown, said Big Bubba. Go get the mail real quick. And Gabe went out to get the mail as the commercial came on with a boat that set sail. Like the London Magic Journey. Big Papa got up to see if Granny was ready to back her car out yet. However, he didn't know the Shape Rio and the Sea Shadow soldiers on board. How would any of you be worthy? You're sting puppets. There are no strings on me. Danger! There's a parody of that there where a guy that looks nothing like Martin Lawrence is playing Martin Lawrence, and every time he pops up, danger! Oh, you a cop! Yo, hey, you a cop! I'm a cop! You, hey, I'm a cop! Okay, that was a bit of craziness there.
How about Jim Carrey as Loki?
and considering the mask that he wears was made by Loki from a different universe. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is gonna be okay. So Jim Carrey as Loki for our fourth person that just walked in here. And I wonder who it could be.
Oh, now it's back to 3.
Yeah, listen. If it's Bombshell, he must have forgot to reset the computer. Reset that computer! Oh boy. Anywho. Alright. Jim Carrey's Loki. So what's the plan? Ask one of the detailed soldiers. Gabe and his friends are about to experience a real adventure. That could be the last. Said Cheerio. And then he and the shadow soldiers laughed eagerly. And with that, the boat set there. And the wall clock on television went tick tock and tick tock, and but a few minutes later, Big Papa came back and they sat down and they brought the mail in and plugged it in, and it was quite a handful, and the dude sat down to read the mail. Well, that's quite a handful you got there. Let's see what we got. Electric, water, gas, cable, mostly bills in here. Oh yeah, but you even have a gardening bill. Big Papa stashed it away. Don't tell Granny. I have big plans for my little garden out back. Smoky. Now I'm picturing Loki saying "Smoky" when he pops up in the Avengers. Instead, I want you. No! Smoky! And by the way, now, oh, and check this out. The colored pencils really did good for this picture. I mean, it looked just like the real thing. I mean, wow. And I thought Photoshop did good. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's an actual PlayStation console. It would. This could be a colored pencil drawing if Cool Cat drew it, though. Because we all know he could take one marker and make a picture like magic. What do you think? I think you didn't just draw that. And that was Gabe and Big Papa, by the way. Which is not me, Gabe. This is a different Gabe. It's not me. It's not me, Gabe. Okay.
How about Patrick as a whole?
Oh boy. Well, Patrick has gotten angry. Big Papa with a little garden. Laughed Gabe. Real funny, said Big Papa. So Gabe laughed so much that he fell out of his chair and he was sitting in and it jerked away from under him, causing him to fall on the table and hit his arm on the table. Watch it, boy, said Big Papa, or you'll break that table with your big old arm. And then Ty came in from his morning jog and noticed the bell and saw Gabe up on the floor. Looks like you got blown away by some fan mail. And he and Big Papa were laughing. Very funny, said Gabe. The chair moved on its own. Patrick smash! Nobody calls me Tubby. Oh, oh boy.
How about Angry SpongeBob?
Oh boy. And I remember seeing that one when Squidward started taking advantage of him. Right. Like the chair could grow legs and move on its own, said Ty. And he paused, looked at the legs on the chair, and continued, I guess I stand corrected. And Ty and Big Papa laughed again. Gabe sat down and said, well, you might need to hurry to the showers and clean up your act. At least I don't have to take the stairs, said Ty. Him and Big Papa laughed once more as he went off to the showers, and Gabe said to the camera while recording a commander in the game, but a goofball in reality, Uncle Ty is the silliest and youngest Uncle of all. Why don't I get somebody's job who is to fix it? You know why? Because when I get a job done, I get somebody who knows how to do that job. What are you saying? And then, that was a very angry SpongeBob in that episode. Woo boy.
How about Optimus Prime as Mufasa?
Oh boy. Let's see. Woo. Oh, the Optimus.
Optimus Prime as
the
Mufasa.
G1 Optimus.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Primal. He kind of got a similarity. Mm-hmm. Big Papa wiped his teary eyes from laughing so hard. As he stopped, as he stopped beside her to meet. You got that right. He's always got a leg to stand on. They laughed a bit more. I couldn't resist that one, Gabe. And then he paused to breathe a moment and continued as he went through the mail. Okay, let's see. We got a whole bunch of junk mail like cash for your dreams. And one trying to get your granny in night school to take classes like mechanics and nursing. And this one is to invite to your Aunt Ella's retirement. Big Papa went through a few more and eventually noticed a gold letter that shined so bright it almost blinded him and Gabe. And they both put on some shades as Big Papa began to read it. The policeman's ball, party at the Ritz. Looks like that's the last of the mail. And Gabe turned the camera to himself, saying that was Big Papa and Gabe's mail time. Autobots, roll out and transform. You got it, Prime.
Megatron as Star.
The G1 Megatron?
Yes.
Okay. The two waited a while longer. Big Papa enjoyed some bananas bread as he looked at two more soap operas. While Gabe played with the video camera some more and focused it on Big Papa again. And it just knows the video effects. Suddenly he came into an effect that caused Papa's skin to become a color so ghostly white. Oh no! Exclaimed Gabe in the camera. This is the negative side of Big Papa, folks. You don't want to see any of this. You don't want to see this at all. What side is that now? That's Big Papa. It's the attack that the evil wizard in the Dark Zone game uses. The warp blast attack, explained Gabe. Oh boy.
Okay, how about Darkwing Duck as Aladdin?
Boy, that's kind of a hard mix there.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, I can do the two of them separately.
You can.
Okay. Yeah, voice and character wise there.
Oh.
Okay, let's see. Oh yeah. So suddenly, Big Papa yawned, and really loud, causing an earthquake. Gabe screamed and went under the table. However, without realizing it, while screaming, he hit the button that caused Papa to go back to normal, and the earthquake stopped. Granny entered and asked, "Is everybody all right in here?" Gabe came from under the table, wondering what happened, and he stuttered as he talked. I guess so. Except for that earthquake. Gabe, your Uncle Ty just had the TV in the bathroom up too loud when he turned it on by mistake because he was watching Darkwing Duck. For he is the terror that flaps in the night. He is the show that requires a loud volume. I am Darkwing Duck. Well, then she looked at Big Papa and said, What's in that mail? Pretty much the usual, said Big Papa, along with an invite to Aunt Ella's retirement. She's finally getting out of bed. About time. That Granny, Lord knows, she needs a break from it all. Got that right to Big Papa. You ready? Time to go. Big Papa and Gabe got up to go. Once Granny backed down the driveway, a mime appeared blocking the truck. Big Papa and Gabe scared Mother Mom by saying, "Boo and get on the road." Behind a woman named Sue, and they were on the road. Gabe himself singing no gospel song. With big cameras that made the cameras camera function. And he ever caused more function. Gabe and Big Papa didn't know what to do. Need to do the woman named Sue now. But then they kept on going, and that's where we're gonna stop with this story. Dun, 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 dun.
Now that was good.
Oh yeah. So now we at the cliffhanger where they are heading to the supermarket, and who knows what's going to happen when we come back here next time to do this. Let's read as our in more into this book, as well as a sequel book, will be part of our Halloween. But as a family approved. All right, so in this, anybody who's listening on the playback later on, I should have mentioned this at the beginning, but I'm gonna admit, well, I'm saying it now. Be sure, as I stated at the beginning, I had a shout out to Claire about, the movie suggestions she offered, which is really going to be a big help for the channel, as well as some other things that, are in development. I'm not going to say them because I want them to be a surprise. But she's becoming a really big help. And you can also be a big help as well. Got any movies y'all would like to suggest that that either I live stream or Brownie reacts to, because you have to determine whether which to put it under, because there's only certain movies we can live stream, as we found out the hard way. So yeah, any of the movies y'all want to suggest for either one, definitely mention them in the comments. If y'all want to mail them or anything like that, I will, once this is out on the playback, I'll put the P.O. box mailing address and all that if you want to mail some movies to us, or maybe some other stuff that you want to send us a little contribution or anything like that. And also be sure to subscribe and share this with your friends, and do subscribe on Patreon. I will have a video up as soon as I can explaining the benefits of being a Patreon. I can't tell you now, but they will be on the special video that will come up soon. So, also, shout out to who just came in here. Hey, give us let's see who. Yeah, what's up? I can't see who is in there, but yeah, give us a shout. Give us a shout there so we can holler at you there. Try not to holler too loud. Yep. So yep. Anyway, they probably have to catch on the playback, but we were reading this book here, and had all kind of different wacky voices. So which is weird getting on with the name of this book. Sort of our early Halloween. That's what we were doing. So we're about to wrap this up, and be sure to check it out on the playback when it's available. And with all that said, that's it. So all right, so cut the camera off. Say cut the camera off.
Why don't you cut the camera off?
Well, we right here. Cut the camera off.
You're closer to it than I am. That's a wrap, everybody.